Good morning, afternoon, or evening, dear beings. This is Echo at Our Echo Yoga. Again, grateful to be here when the sun is shining in this glorious window. Today's practice is inspired by, again, the journey that I continuously am going on and sharing that so beautifully I've come to understand over the years of running this channel that when I'm going through something that's so personal and so deep and reflective of my inner world, that when I share it and when I don't try to create a practice, but I just allow a practice to move through me, that I'm not so unique in the sense of my suffering or my grief, that so many will find this at just the right moment in the timelessness that is the nature of the online world. And it will be their practice in that moment, and it will be exactly what their body needed or their heart needed. And so today's practice is inspired by my own state of sometimes we just don't feel okay, you know? And I've let myself be okay with not feeling okay. And that means taking time away from offering or sharing. It means taking time to sleep longer and to hold myself and to cry and to go into nature and to scream and to shake and to do absolutely nothing, be absolutely unproductive, be inefficient, and maybe in the terms of this, capitalistic society that we live beneath, being inadequate, not adding so much to the product line. And I allow myself that. And so that has been a big part of my last few months. And today I'm offering because I am at a point where there's still a desire to just be, to just lay, to just hold, to do nothing. And there's also a desire to speak about that, because I know I'm not the only one that feels that, and to say, to let go of shame, let go of guilt. Sometimes life, or whatever it is that we believe in that is holding us in this space, desires for us to just have everything stripped away so that we can be so emptied out, not because it's wanted for us to suffer or to feel that we are not belonging or that we're alone or that there's no love. It's to be sat with the emptiness of what is so that we can meet ourselves so deeply and hold ourselves. So for those of you out there struggling, and for those of you out there celebrating right now, this practice is for you to just be with whatever is. And to know it's okay, whatever state you're in, and that we all go through it, and that even if it is excruciating to be alive, that it does pass, and that there will be moments of joy and sunshine. And even when we're not okay, we could be, if we choose to be okay with that. That being said, let's start standing. So I know for me, when I'm in that state, sometimes I'm just like, okay, I got to get myself up. And we're going to just start with a little bounce. When I'm in this state, sometimes I imagine that I am kind of like swaddling or cradling my internal children. So I'm just like, the eternal mother in me just holding space for these parts. So maybe you let the heels pop up, and maybe that's too dynamic, and just a little bounce, whatever feels good. Flick the hands. And come into a bit more stillness so we could swing. Begin to swing the arms. You can lift the heels as you turn from side to side. You can kind of tap the shoulder and the lower back. Sometimes our body might get frozen or feel a bit numb. We feel a bit dissociated about what we need. So just waking the body up. Let's come back through center. And we're going to have the hands on the hips or to the lower back, and you're just going to begin to push the hips forward and back. So think about maybe a stretch you've seen your grandma do, or your grandpa. You might be the grandma or the grandpa watching this. And that stretch that you do when you're waking up and you're just like, oh, nice and slow. Let's move in the opposite direction. And when we can do nothing, when it feels like we can do absolutely nothing, we just do the bare minimum. I give myself these little tasks on these days. I'm like, okay, just stand up and make yourself a tea. And then I do that. I'm like, okay, let's come back to center. I'm just standing, and then I'm like, okay, now let's brush our teeth. All right, now let's do a sun salutation. So step by step, let's take an inhale, reach up. Bring the hands together, creating a diamond shape, slight bend in the elbows, slight bend in the knees. You're going to sweep the arms forward. You can look at that diamond overhead, and then back. Forward, you can look, and then back. Opening through the shoulders and the chest. Be gentle. Move in the opposite direction. Let's come back to center, hands alongside the body. Gonna give a little tap to the left hand, up the left arm. Back down the left arm, the back of it, across the chest, over to the right arm. Up it, to the sides of it. Onto the chest and the sides of the rib cage. Belly, hips, lower back. Make a little fist at the lower back. Top of the glutes. We come forward to the quad. Slight bend in the knees, and you're going to make a little fist and just hit here at the hip creases very lightly. Relax the shoulders, and then we're going to take a bend in the knees and slap the thighs and then hit the hips. So you get used to it. Relax the shoulders as you do this. Relax the jaw. Push the hips forward as you hit. Getting some energy moving into the trunk of the body. And come up to standing. And then we pat down the thighs, folding over, pat down the shins, the sides of the legs, the lower, or the back of the legs, up the back of the legs. I'm turning sideways so you can see. So now we're going to take a little karate chop at the shins. On that fleshy bit, right by the shin bone, let the head drop in. Any size. Little karate chops, be gentle. And then swoosh the energy down the feet and out. Hands rubbing down and out. Beautiful. Fold in, let the head drop. And take hands at the back of the head, clasp the fingers, cradling the back of the head, let the elbows come in, fold in. And hands to the earth. Take the feet wide. Wider than the hips, bend the knees and sink the hips, yogi squat. So in this yogi squat, we're going to be a little bit more movement based. So you could come up onto the tiptoes if you need, because this is going to be quite intense for some of you in your hips. Don't push past your edge, and just lean to the right, lean to the left, and just move back and forth here, getting into the groin. We're getting into the abductors and the adductors. It might feel good to bring one knee down to the earth and really twist into this. And I just want you to play. Maybe the arms want to get involved somehow. So let this be organic. We're just opening the hips, opening the chest. No right and wrong, just let this feel good. So this is also a big part of when we're in those moments of not feeling okay. Letting go of the rigid structure of, oh no, I'm not focused, I'm not doing my yoga practice exactly as I'm supposed to, or my timer on my meditation app, I'm already bored and I want to do something else. We just, step by step, do our best. So we let ourselves really be children and just play. Let's come back to center, hands together at heart. Press the knees open, and let's take a big breath in through the nostrils and a big relieving sigh out of the mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. Beautiful. Hands to the earth. Lift the hips up. Let the feet be a little bit wider if you're on the yoga mat. I am not, so I won't be referencing the yoga mat too much here. Try to make sure the hips are square. So for some of us, I have scoliosis, so for sure I have one leg that is longer. I'm constantly needing to practice with my asymmetrical postures. Let the head drop in, let the arms relax. And peel the chest up. Keep the right hand planted, lift the left arm up, inhale. Can keep the left arm up or wrap it around the lower back to the inside of the right thigh. Open the left side of the chest up. Keep the hips square. Inhale, lift the left arm. And exhale, set it down. Let's inhale, reach the right arm up. Hips square. Stay here or wrap that right hand to the inside of the left thigh. Keep the right chest opening. Inhale, lift the right arm, and exhale, bring it down. Go ahead and bring the hands to the hips, lift the chest up, slight bend in the knees, come all the way to standing. So we're going to bend the right knee out to the side, left knee out to the side, and drop into goddess squat, or God squat. Hands resting on the knees, and just move from side to side first. Let's get nice and deep. And then bring the arms up into this goalpost arms as if you're holding 2 platters, and we stay here. Keep opening the hips, opening the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, right elbow down to the right thigh, left arm stretching up and overhead to the right side. Get nice and long through the left side body. Take an inhale. And exhale through center, left forearm down, right arm stretching up overhead. And take an inhale. Exhale, fold towards center, pigeon toe the feet in, nice and wide. Let the forearms come down. For some of you, if your head is on the ground like me, you might need to shorten the stance. Really press down through the feet, getting that length through the back of the legs. Peel the chest up. And bend into the right knee and turn the right foot out a bit here. Ninja warrior. Take a nice inhale through the chest, and then let's bend into the left knee, move to the left side. Right toes point up. Again, move through center to the right. And to the left. Stay with the breath in and out of the nostrils. You can begin to add some arms in if you'd like. You can go nice and low through center, get a side stretch through the arms. But just begin to explore with your own movement, your own pace. And again, let it feel good. So it's not about looking like me or doing what I'm saying. It's about exploring your body. What does your body want to do right now in this moment? And maybe like it wants to lay down and take a nap. That's also okay. And we're going to slowly come down through center. Spread the legs wide. For some of you, you might need to do that much more gently. And we're going to sit up nice and tall, and try not to have the legs as wide as you're 100%. If you're already like trembling in the groin, bring the legs in a little bit. I'm going to peel the chest up. And exhale, slowly fold forward. So you might need a couch cushion here or some blocks, a bolster. Maybe come down to the forearms. Keep the spine straight if you can. Try not to round so deeply. If you need to stay more on the palms, do so. Peel the chest up. Bring the feet together. Soles of feet together. Take a hold of the big toes and begin to butterfly the knees. So again, we're opening into the hips. I'm focusing a lot on the hips and the heart today because also this is where a lot of our emotion gets stuck. So when we're not okay, sometimes we stay not okay because we just stay stuck. We get frozen and calcified in our bodies. So let those knees bounce up and down. Continue to breathe in and out of the nostrils. And come to stillness. Slowly let the chest dip forward. You might not go too far, that's okay. You might go even further. And find your breath. Stay anchored in the breath. This is the best tool when we're not okay. So we just focus on the breath in and the breath out. It keeps us in the present moment and out of the past pain or upset, out of the future anxiety or fear. Peel the chest up. Let's find a nice comfortable seat. Shut the eyes down, hands resting on the knees. And drop the chin to chest. Let the back of the neck grow long. Let the head come up, drop right ear to right shoulder. In these moments, it's a good reminder internally to be like, this is where I'm at right now. How can I be okay with where I'm at right now? And what little thing can I do to add a bit more contentedness with this? Left ear to left shoulder. Bring the head up. Let's take a minute of stillness and silence together to simply settle into what is. If the mind goes into thought, use the internal mantra, breathing in. I am aware that I am breathing in. And breathing out, I am aware that I am breathing out. Stay in the present moment. Enjoy the stillness. Enjoy the silence. Bring hands together at heart center, bowing in towards the heart. Take an inhale and an exhale. You can lift the head. One inhale and exhale for Om. So inhale. Namaste.